Not all the Separatists set out for the New World. The first group to leave England actually headed for the Dutch Netherlands in 1608. They became uneasy in their new land as the children started speaking Dutch and abandoning English traditions. Even worse to the Separatists, the tolerance shown to them by the Dutch was shown to many different faiths. They became disgusted with the attention paid to worldly goods and the presence of many quote-unquote unholy faiths. The great Separatist experiment in the Netherlands came to a quick end, as they began to look elsewhere for a purer place to build their society. Some headed for English islands in the Caribbean. Those who would be forever known to the future Americans as the Pilgrims set their sights on the New World in late 1620. Crossing the Atlantic. Over 100 travelers embarked on the voyage on the Mayflower in September 1620. Less than one-third were Separatists. The rest were immigrants, adventurers, and speculators. When the weather was good, the passengers could enjoy hot food cooked on the deck. When there was high wind or storms, they lived on salted beef, a dried biscuit called hardstack, and other dried vegetables, and beer. The nearest thing to resemble a bathroom was a bucket. Their voyage took about 2 months, and the passengers enjoyed a happier experience than most transatlantic trips. One death was suffered, and one child was born. The child's name was Oceanus, after the watery depths beneath them. Are we there yet? One of the greatest twists of fate in human history occurred on the epic voyage. The Pilgrims were originally bound for Virginia to live north of Jamestown under the same charter granted to the citizens of Jamestown. Fate charted a different course, however. Lost at sea due to a storm, they happened upon a piece of land that would become known as Cape Cod. After surveying the land, they set up camp not too far from Plymouth Rock. They feared venturing further south because winter was fast approaching. The Pilgrims had an important question to answer before they set ashore. Since they were not landing within the jurisdiction of the Virginia Company, they had no charter to govern them. Who would rule their society? In the landmark Mayflower Compact of 1620, the Pilgrims decided that they would rule themselves, based on a majority rule of the townsmen. This independent attitude set up a tradition of self-rule that would later lead to town meetings and elected legislatures in New England, characterized also later as salutary neglect. Like the Virginia House of Burgesses established the previous year, the Plymouth colony began to lay the foundation for self-government in the American colonies.